This is where the fun begins.
Hello there.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, we have some exciting news here for the future of Hayden Christensen in the Star Wars franchise, as Hayden Christensen teases Darth Vader's future after Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let's get into it. First things first, we should already know that Hayden Christensen is returning here for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show as Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker, supposedly, possibly, rumored and speculated from multiple, of course, news outlets and other content creators, and, you know, you guys as well, Star Wars fans in general as well, that there would be some type of flashbacks here in the Kenobi show to Anakin Skywalker there. Now, where else would Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader be showing up? That there would, of course, be the AHSOKA Tano series for 2023. This here would more than likely possibly be flashbacks, more likely, because it wouldn't necessarily make sense at this point in time to have Darth Vader, unless it would be in some type of flashbacks to Star Wars Rebels. So the two most likeliest options for Hayden Christensen's appearance in the AHSOKA Tano series would either be in the present time of where the AHSOKA Tano series is taking place, which would be taking place after the events of Return of the Jedi, and kind of alongside with all the other Mandalorian universe type of shows, The Mandalorian Season 3, Season 2, and as well as the Book of Boba Fett and Rangers of the New Republic for whenever they are going to go ahead and do that. So if it wasn't going to be flashbacks that he was going to be appearing in here for the AHSOKA Tano series, which it more than likely is to be a mixture of both, in my own thoughts and opinions, then it is to be some type of Force Ghost speaking to AHSOKA Tano, which I think would be the damnest coolest thing ever. When the question is asked, what type of future does Darth Vader / Anakin Skywalker have with Hayden Christensen, of course, acting in the future of the Star Wars franchise? Let's take a look at the best possible source itself, Hayden Christensen himself, as he's speaking in a recent interview. Taking a read from the Direct's article, of course, as always, I'm going to have that full article linked down in the description down below. The galaxy far, far away has a lot of projects coming down the line in the near future, but currently all eyes are on Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Disney Plus show will premiere on May 27th with 2 episodes, and it officially marks Ian McGregor's return to Star Wars. This will be his first appearance since 2005's Revenge of the Sith, and he will be joined by Hayden Christensen, who's returning as Darth Vader. At the end of Revenge of the Sith, Christensen's Anakin Skywalker officially dons the Darth Vader helmet and cape, becoming more machine than man. Since Obi-Wan Kenobi is set 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, Vader will be busy hunting down Jedi along with his Inquisitors, as he will evidently and eventually learn of his former master's whereabouts and the fact that he's alive, leading to the face-off that has been deemed the rematch of the century. With marketing for the upcoming series beginning to ramp up, Christensen has already begun about talking returning to the world of Star Wars. He recently stated that his preparation for his reprisal didn't just include watching all of the movies, but along going through the animated shows, the Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels as well, which is great preparation for the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Hayden Christensen has also been rumored to be in the upcoming AHSOKA series on Disney Plus, as well as the actor has recently given further insight into what the future holds. Real quick to clear some things up here, the article here states that he's rumored to appear in the AHSOKA show, and earlier in the video I had said that he's confirmed to appear in the AHSOKA Tano series. My mistake. The only reason I probably said that was confirmed, other than the fact that it's so implanted into my mind, is probably the reason that we have very reputable sources such as The Hollywood Reporter reporting that he would return for the AHSOKA Tano series as well, which just about confirms it. It just hasn't been officially confirmed by Star Wars, Disney, or Lucasfilm or anything like that. In an interview with Total Film, Hayden Christensen sat down to talk about the upcoming Disney Plus series, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as if he would return for the future of the Star Wars universe. He goes on to say there have already been rumors that Christensen will appear in the AHSOKA Tano series that is set to premiere on Disney Plus sometime in 2023. While Disney or Lucasfilm haven't confirmed anything as of right now themselves, the actor himself has teased that, in quotes, the extent of his journey and this journey, end quotes, is seeming to be something that remains to be seen. But right now, it's just a privilege to be appearing in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. Full quote from Hayden Christensen to Total Film: the extent of this journey, I think, remains to be seen, but what a privilege it is to get to come back and do this and be a part of this project, ending quote right there, coming from Hayden Christensen himself about really overall returning to the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and the overall Star Wars franchise itself. You guys must remember back in the early prequels in the early 2000s there, Hayden Christensen unfortunately received quite a bit of hate from Star Wars fans then for his acting and all that type of stuff going on, which isn't really bad whatsoever. I thought it's phenomenal acting. So of course, that being said, it's gonna scare you away. You're not gonna really want to return or anything like that. So it's really amazing to have him want wanting to return in general as well. Now, the article goes on to say Christensen also expressed his excitement about returning to the franchise and specifically mentioned that it was a lot of fun to get into the mindset and the emotional state of Darth Vader again. During the majority of the actor's time in the prequels trilogy, he played Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker and only got to spend a couple of scenes as Darth Vader. In full quotes coming from Hayden Christensen himself, when George Lucas had brought me into the prequels, it was to play Anakin. He gets knighted as Darth Vader towards the end, and for a couple of scenes I get to put on the suit, but my journey with the character was with Anakin Skywalker. But the character, he's such a complex character, and now getting to explore the mindset and emotional state of Darth Vader has been a lot of fun. Ending quote there, coming from Hayden Christensen himself. In a previous interview as well, I'm pretty sure it was with Entertainment Weekly, he had also expressed the whole idea of getting to continue the story of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader as if it was kind of like he was just kind of picking off from where they left off in 2005 Revenge of the Sith, which just has to be such an incredible experience. Now, the article goes on to say, since the confirmation that Darth Vader would be appearing in Obi-Wan Kenobi, many fans have wondered if James Earl Jones would be coming back to voice the character here, as he's always voiced the character since 1977's A New Hope, to deliver the character's lines. Jones is the man behind Vader's iconic voice in all of the original trilogy films, as well as Rogue One and Star Wars Rebels as well. Christensen was asked if he could spill any information on whether Jones was returning, in which he responded, no comment. Hayden Christensen also returning to Star Wars is something that caught many fans by surprise. After the prequel trilogy was released, there was a slim chance that any of those actors would be coming back to tell more stories set in the galaxy's future due to the original trilogy, and just in the order of events of how things really ended there and how it kind of overall connects to the original trilogy. However, other projects containing some of those same characters did end up happening, but in the form of animation. Star Wars The Clone Wars explored the years between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, and Star Wars Rebels gave viewers a front-seat view on the rise of the Galactic Empire, more towards the original trilogy and A New Hope. And the two shows, while not really connected to one another, did have something in common: Ahsoka Tano. In Star Wars The Clone Wars, Ahsoka was the sole focus of a majority of the show, specifically her relationship with her master, Anakin Skywalker. The close bond that these two formed deteriorated in the later seasons, but they even faced off with one another in Season 2 of Star Wars Rebels. But even through all the hardships, she still managed to survive. Season 2 of The Mandalorian confirmed that Ahsoka Tano was alive after the events of the original trilogy and Return of the Jedi, and pieces of her story haven't been seen in that show as well as in the Book of Boba Fett. Since both projects are set to return after the events of Return of the Jedi, as I had mentioned, that would mean that Anakin couldn't return in the flesh, but there's a good chance that Hayden Christensen could appear as a Force ghost. It would also not be really a stretch to suggest that Ahsoka would appear in flashbacks in the Clone Wars, that another way that Christensen could appear in the show, and it would allow fans to see live action interactions between the characters in that time period, and that kind of overall, I guess, prequel type of era would be such a cool thing. Or as of where other projects could really go, and/or could also serve as a likely place for Hayden Christensen to turn up as Darth Vader. It has been confirmed that the show will be spanning multiple seasons, and seeing as how Vader would appear in Rogue One and played a large role in shutting down the Rebel Alliance, Diego Luna's character could very well be pitted against the Sith Lord at some point in time in the Andor show. Now, I also do have a fan theory that I have been putting off for, honestly, at this point in time, months. I've been so swamped with school, other projects, and making videos here on the channel, keeping you guys somewhat consistently updated with types of Star Wars news, rumors, and leaks, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. This in itself is a whole separate video that I just want to talk about. This whole aspect and this whole overall, I guess, theory is, what if the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is doing something similar to what The Mandalorian Season 2 did with the Book of Boba Fett, and then maybe some type of potential post-credit scene, or just overall setup within the show. They were to set up some type of spin-off Darth Vader show taking place during the years after the events of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and kind of taking place and filling in some of those gaps there that we see in between Revenge of the Sith and the original trilogy with A New Hope. It wouldn't really necessarily feature anything about Obi-Wan Kenobi, but something purely about Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader. I guess just during this time period, he is such a complex character. He's torn apart. He doesn't really know who he is, and he's in between the light and the dark somewhat at this point in time, although he is being mostly consumed by the dark side of the Force. It would also probably be very, very heavily based off the Darth Vader comics by Marvel as well, which kind of gives a little bit of a bearing ground for Lucasfilm, as they wouldn't really have to write too many complex stories or anything such as that nature. The show is simply really just a beat about Darth Vader and his Inquisitors hunting down remaining Jedi. Of course, I want to know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I'd absolutely love to hear what you guys all think. Would you guys want to have Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader appear in even more future Star Wars content and shows here in Disney Plus, and also maybe potentially on the big screen once again? And I'd absolutely love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Drop a like in the video if you enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel and check out our Instagram, official Star Wars for more Star Wars content, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. As always, may the Force be with you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.